Hold on. Let's see what Thor's game is real quick. Peter, what's going on?
So let's get this platforming out of the way.
Compress space?
And now pull this down.
That looks interesting. Hold on there. Let's find it. Let's find it.
We have to get the water to come over, don't we? That's one.
Is that? Oh, it's got a demo. That's always
What?
good. What?
How did I get hit by electricity?
Had to
I was
wish
inside the
list.
cave. F.
At the library, install demo. Hey, everybody do that. Everybody do that.
Was I crushed by the door? Nice. Alright, there's the electricity right there. But we can't cross this. But we can...
Oh my gosh,
do
it looks
this.
cool. I
Oh, I guess we can just walk
like
through.
the
I thought we needed
juice.
to.
Okay.
Yeah. Terrifying. Nice.
Terrifying, right?
So the amount of air pressure pushes the water.
That game looks awesome. Alright, moving on. Okay, what we're gonna do. Hasibra followed me. Thank you for the follow. Inside. Bam 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 bee. Do 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 do. Time do do do. Ba 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 ba. The world's rotating. Yes, the world's rotating. Ba 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 do 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 ba 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 bam ba do 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 bam bam ba 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 na 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 do 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 bam 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 da 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 bam. Ba 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 da 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 na 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 da na 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 na. There it is. Ba 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 bam ba 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 ba. Ba da bam ba da da ba. Okay, we're getting set up here, but what we're gonna do is make sure that we can just mess around with stuff. We're gonna work on terrain again. We're gonna approach terrain. So let's get 32 in here. Believe. This thing, is it in cleanup? Is it gonna grab that one? Okay, good.
A spark in your mind starts to glow. A universe waiting, let it
go. 3D blocks, 3D voxel.
You can't resist make your mark.
So let's save it as 11, I guess. So file save as. Okay, let's just run it to see what happens here.
The game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
Okay, yeah, we could use some work on the terrain. All right, let's. All right, everything's fine. Everything's fine. No worries. Back. Dun, 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 dun. Ba, ba, okay, so let's get a little bit more comfortable with the way the terrain is generated. Let's just get used to those. I kind of want to bring this screen over, but we're watching Henrik Kniberg, okay, in this video here, and he talks about Minecraft. Starts with random, he does that, and then he gets, there you go. Okay. Is he going to put it into the equation? There it is. See? So we're going to try this and just see what happens here for the... I already know what's going to happen. So we're going to follow his kind of demo that he does here. Okay? So this is our generation. It's a little different than his get block function. So noise, octave 1, okay. So we're not going to use Perlin. So the final Y height, floor, P noise, and C. Okay, so we're just, all of this is going to be just replaced real quick. Shape, shift, lines, a blur. Da, da, da. And then what we want is the final height is going to be temp Y. Okay. So what he starts with is the first, I think we can use sine. The sine of a long double. Okay, so we want to put a double in here. Geometry unfold. Let's just go 20. So that's pretty much the height right there. Now if we do that and run it. Triangles and squares.
The game has started.
Oh, see, it's all over the place. So we need it to be smooth and, hold on. Design. Because it's using the sign of I, curves and we need to divide I by, or multiply it by a small number. 0.1 should do it. That'll give us a very small, whatchamacallit. Instead of jumping from 0 to 1, which on the pie chart is, it only takes 3 iterations.
The game has started.
There you go. See, now we have
Commands to show the list of commands.
these hills. Triangles and squares. A metric flare. And aside from filling in the missing, the holes and stuff like that, you just have these nice little hills. That's it. See, we do have to fill in like here where there's little gaps and stuff, but we can worry about that when we actually start to get terrain that we're going to use. So what does he do next? Because I know he puts the X and the Y together. Save. Shift, dance and move. Doesn't he do the sine of x plus z or something like that, I think? Ba-da-bum, geometric flare. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Do we get the frequency, amplitude? Yeah. Makes it better. Yeah. Actually, let's play around with that. Let's look at that frequency, amplitude. Although I already have that kind of built in, I just don't have the called variables like that. Just to make it a little bit more clear what we're doing for myself here. Frequency is equal to 0.1, right? And we can set that up in an IM GUI and just play around with it if we want. I don't want to though at the moment. At the moment, and this is going to be your amplitude.
Step by step through the glowing maze. Blocks of light
It actually remembered that it was 20.
haze. I hear the hum
AI is getting wild, folks.
Twitch programmer Jeff. The game has started. Type
There.
commands to show.
So now we
list
can
of
make the
commands.
frequency really small, like 10 times less, and make the amplitude less. That'll just give us long flowing.
Twitch programmer Jeff. The game
Yeah,
has
see?
started.
They're just
Type
long
commands
flowing.
to show the
Look at
list
this.
of commands.
climbing towers of endless cold. Shadows stretch where the data flows. The ground shifts, but I feel no fear. Every glitch whispers, I belong here. What's
Oh, and I'm not okay. I was just like, why is it like that? The sine of I times frequency times amplitude, but we also want to take, and we want to, because that's going to be, yeah, we can increase the amplitude by like up to 30 now. But you also want to floor this, otherwise you're going to get, like we just had, really smooth. Smooth terrain, you know, not blocky terrain.
Twitch programmer Jeff.
There we go, now we're getting blocky.
Type.
Oh, and it's optimizing everything now again too, so. There's even more optimization that this can do, which is crazy. This is cool. Okay, so then the next thing to do is apply sine of double I times frequency, and then let's go double J times frequency plus. Oh yeah, let's put those in parentheses here. Double J times frequency plus double I times frequency. All right. And then times amplitude. All right, that should be the little peaks and stuff that he's got coming next in the video that I just want to get those going. There we go.
Twitch programmer Jeff. The game has started. Type. Commands to show the list of commands.
Oh wait, why is it not doing the peaks? Maybe the frequency needs to be closer in. Ba, 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 ba.
Twitch programmer Jeff. The game has started. Type. Commands to
Nope.
show the list of commands.
But wait, what does he do? Where's the video? See, this is good why I'm going through this. Let's just watch the next little section. Yeah, it's only a few seconds. How's it going? Mundal321, what's up? Oh, here it is. Okay. Frequency, amplitude, X offset. It's going pretty good. I'm just getting into, getting a little bit more comfortable with tinkering around with Voxel Terrain Generation. This is Henrik Kniberg, the guy who does terrain generation for Minecraft. So 100 plus X offset plus Z offset times amplitude. Oh, they're both separate? Did I do them separate like that? Oh, I'm only... Oh, I got you, because I'm only multiplying the amplitude. Hold on, so let's set it up the way he did. X offset equals sine of double I divided by, no, times frequency. Where's my cursor right now? What the heck is going on? What? See that autocomplete? Yeah, that messed me up. Sine double I times frequency. And then we go times amplitude, right? Now we're gonna do a Y offset here. J, okay. And then the temp Y is gonna be, nothing's the same, okay? There we go, plus Y offset. So does that work better? Let's see. I'm guessing you're trying to learn procedural generation similar to the terrain generation in Minecraft. Yeah. Which I think
Twitch
I'm...
Programmer Jeff. The game
Oh,
has
there we
started.
go. So yeah, this is what it is.
Type.
There. This is what he was
To
doing.
show the list of commands.
So again, this is the amplitude is a little bit too... Oh, I have it at 30. Okay. Let's go down to like 8.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started.
There we go. So yeah.
Type commands to show the list of commands.
So this is what he does next in the video. Alright, and let's look at the, what does it show? Original blocks, new blocks. Okay, so it's kind of optimizing a little bit. Okay. Sea level, yeah. Hold on, let me see where he goes next, because I watched this video last night, but I was drinking.
Look, now the dolphins are moving in. Now they're happy. They have a cool place to be.
I love how he's actually using the Minecraft
And a bit of
engine to
surface
do this.
decoration on that. And yeah, this is kind of cool. I think this is kind of cool. Time plus.
Okay, so he moves right directly into sample 2D Perla noise. Okay. So that's cool. Mathematical man. Move on to a different song. Okay, so. So we're gonna go. What are we gonna do? Is it an effect 2 that we get, or no? We get a. I think we just get temp Y from that. Ascend. Load the world with joy and thunder. Pack the night with words and wonders. So we can put in a Vec 2 here. And let's just put in a GL float. And we'll go I times frequency, comma, GL float J times frequency. Really cool stuff. Guessing you try to make your own game at the end. Yeah, I already have a kind of a game going, but I'm just kind of freaking out about the terrain because I want it to be like more like Minecraft. But we'll see what happens. I don't really know. I'm just tinkering right now. And I realize I should be working on mechanics and making the game fun or whatever, but I know. Anyways, so but it's a space trader game, and I do need to work on the space actual trading. But oh, and this has got to be the GLM back too. There. Okay, why do I still have a squiggly here? So hold on. So this part here, the line we're caught. Oh wait. Oop. There we go. Okay. Anyways, what brings you to the stream? Are you a game dev, a coder, a programmer, a Minecraft enthusiast? The frequency, and then the whole thing we can multiply by amplitude. Sounds good. Each terrain you trying to make would be like Moon, Terra, terrain, or planets. Yeah. Well, the last thing that I wrote was I got so kind of like, because I want to have a demo that's playable and just work on the fun factor first. I'm like, just start with flat voxel worlds, and then put in all the other stuff later. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to kind of work on this a little bit, and we'll see, you know, what happens and whatever. Boom.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started.
The game has
Type
started.
Commands to show the list of commands.
Okay, so this is actually a little bit better here, because it's more random now. I like watching your streams. We chatted before since I use SFML with OpenGL and love 2D. Slowly learning more. Cool. Yeah, I think I remember your username. Very cool.
Binary dreams,
3, 2, 1.
building walls,
SFML. Cool. Yeah, that's one of my most popular videos. Is the install of SFML.
whispers at night. Coding challenge, here we go.
OpenGL and love 2D. That's cool. That's really cool.
Voxels hidden
In the dark.
seeds
So recently I made a sprite editor. I gotta put it up on itch. Let me show you my sprite editor, dude. Kinda cool. So where's it at? Where's it at? Twitch game? No. Sprite editor. There we go. So it loads a file. Does it have the file name? Where's the file name? Slug. Okay, it loads a picture. And then it takes the pixels, and then each pixel it turns it into an OpenGL point, and then it saves it. And then we've got the different resolutions over here, 64 by 64, 32 by 32. And then I kind of fooled around with the edge detection and allowing the user to actually take out the background. So that what we're left with is just the points that you want, you know, from the slug or whatever. And then you can take this and save it. Oh, nice! Didn't know you had one. I vibe coded in a stream. I came up with I came up with it since I've been using this. What I was using before was Google's Notebook LM, because you can upload sources and you can literally train the AI on all of your code. Well, they put this into Visual Studio 2026, and maybe this has been in here for a few iterations of Visual Studio, but a Copilot, GitHub Copilot is now trained on your solution. See, you can put in the source right here. You can train it on the solution, files, classes, methods, you know, whatever you want to do, and then you can ask it questions. It does have a limit, and I made a video recently about purchasing, because I didn't actually realize how it works. If I can click through too. Is it going to take me to the screen video or the website? See, my brain is so fried. So I didn't realize this, even though it says it outright right here. You get unlimited agent mode and chat with GPT-4, unlimited code completions, and then access to these with 300 requests. So this unlimited agent mode and chat is what is currently limited here. You get like 50 questions, 50 queries. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the video about the GitHub ticket request limit. Oh, you did? How was it? Because I was drunk and I watched it since, but I just like, I know what I was doing when I was making the video, so I don't mind that I was drunk, but is it okay? Is it okay? Can you tell very much that I'm drunk? Until the end when I'm like, oh, I gotta have some more wine. But yeah, I have, honestly, I've been confused about this, and I went to pay for it, and then I realized nothing is unlimited until something happened, and I saw the unlimited somewhere. I don't, because it's just not. Maybe it's just me. I think it's just it just what isn't. It doesn't seem that clear. But yeah, try it, and when you sign up for. Initially, you get 30 days for free, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to sign up for it, and then after that, I'm going to pay $10 a month. Because, I mean, I have never had that kind of success with vibe coding. It's really nice to just put in, your prompts and have it know what it's doing in relation to all your other code in that particular solution. Really cool. So. Never truly heal. Yeah, it was alright. Some of the AI limits quick, others are more endless and confusing. Yeah, this one particularly complex, not necessarily confusing because I understand it now, but I would say complex. I mean, I'm a programmer. And I had trouble wrapping my head around it. It's hilarious, in my own opinion. In my own opinion. By the memory, gained by love we can't release. Okay, so now we're getting purling noise here, amplitude maybe. Let's go with a greater frequency. Let's not go by 10, let's go by half that. Go up to like 12. Can release. Bum, 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 ba, dum, bum, bum. Ba, dum, ba, dum, 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 bum, ba, dum. Ooh, I like those colors. That's cool.
Commands to show the
These
list
little
of commands.
gems. I like these gems. Yeah, okay, so this is looking pretty. So that's cool. So the next thing that he starts to talk about is continentalness. Whoops, are we not flooring? Jeff, we're not flooring. Hold on. Lord. Bum, 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 bum. Can we floor the whole response? We'd be able to, right?
Drifting through the sunless space.
Switch programmer Jeff. The game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
Okay. Yeah, see, and we should start to fill in these little gaps here. And it's optimizing them. That's cool. I have a little optimization algorithm. Okay, so this is basically what he's got too. That's really cool.
Plus, I'm not very good at explaining it, so Google it. But, so let's just abstract it. There are lots of libraries that do this, so let's just package it behind a black box and say, Perlin noise, give me a number, right? So that's what we're doing here. We're saying, dear Perlin noise, please give me a number between -1 and 1 based
Oh
on.
yeah, then he gets into what do you call it? Octaves. Okay, so octaves is just putting everything in a loop here. Excuse me. So let's make a loop and do this. Temp Y we'll just put outside there first. And then inside this loop, fluent. Excuse me. O. Let's do a better one. IJK. K equals 0. Okay. Octaves. Let's do 3 anyways, because A plus plus. So for each octave, what we're going to do is temp Y plus equals. Okay. We're going to take this, float, frequency, all that. Okay, we'll take that out of there. We're just going to add that in cumulatively. And then what we want to do is let's see, frequency, isn't it? So the amplitude you divide by 2. That's frequency you multiply by 2. Times equals 2. Then amplitude divide equals. So if it's 4 octaves, it's going to go 12, 6, 3, 1. Actually, let's go times equals 0. Let's not go quite all the way half. That way we'll still have some at the end, I guess. And sort of, whatever. So this is all of a sudden, boom, 3 octaves. Get it? Oh, an error. The heck? Where's the error? What is it? Oh, uninitialized local variable temp Y. Oh, uninitialized? You mean you have to initialize it? Okay, that might be a new rule. I don't know. I don't think so, but it's definitely a used variable, so I don't.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started. Type.
Okay, it looks
commands to
crazy.
Show the list of commands.
Yeah. So what we probably want to do is start with the frequency even smaller, I would, and an amplitude even greater. So I would just go to amplitude, let's go. Here's the point where we actually, it would, filling in those gaps.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started.
Okay.
Type commands to show the list of commands.
Going up here. Okay. It's still messy. Is it because the frequency? Because the frequency is being multiplied by 2 each time.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started. Type commands to
There
show
we go.
the
This
list
is a
of
little bit
commands.
more visible of what we're actually doing here. Now the frequency is too much, but yeah, you can see that the world is a lot more noisy. Look at the patterns. That's really cool. Because the color is different based on the Y, the height. Whoa. Okay, I still need to work on that jetpack. That's driving me nuts too. The jetpack. We're gonna have just a straight up and down. We're not gonna have a jetpack with realistic. Hey. Okay, let's go 4 times 3. And this is where the tinkering comes in. This is what he was talking about at the very beginning of the video. He said,
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started.
Noise,
Type
math, and
commands
tinkering.
to show the list of commands.
See, the frequency, this is good here. I think this part's pretty good. Okay, yeah, we should just do a free form. We don't have to worry about the jetpack. Got glitch. See, it's glitches. All right. Okay, what's next, Heinrich?
These two inputs. And that's what it's going to do. Amplify it a little bit, add it to the base surface, and what happens? Well, this is kind of cool, right? A little more random. It changes gradually as we move around. Of course, we can tweak it a little bit, maybe increase the amplitude, I don't know. But
Tinker.
this is kind of a good foundation, right, for terrain generation.
Yeah.
What I showed there was a single octave noise. So what is an octave? Well, think of this, take the sine curve as an example again, right? In my mind, Perlin noise is the sine curve, but a little bit randomly distorted, right? So that's kind of the only change.
So 4 octaves noise, it just keeps adding surface Y. New Perlin noise octaves? Oh, so you program, oh, that's cool. I see. So that must be in Java. Okay.
Change I did here. And already the terrain is looking even more interesting. It's really about creating variation. Our goal is to create a world where exploring is fun, even without any other content. Just exploring should be fun and interesting. You shouldn't just see the same all the time. That's kind of the design goal. Okay, so this is looking nice, right? I just added the sea level and the terrain features and the biomes. It's looking quite nice for, let's say, 10, 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I can go around here and go like, wow, this is so cool. But then after a while, I'll be like, it's kind of looking one, and then doing something to it. So multiplying by 20 and adding 100, that's a transformation. And it gives us, in this case, some kind of terrain. So let's do more deliberate noise transformation. We're going to take our noise, our Perlin noise, and I'm going to call it something. I'm going to call it continentalness.
Here's where it gets
I could
interesting.
call it, Uncle Bob. It doesn't matter. But we use that as a mental metaphor for what it's supposed to mean, right? And we'll get more to that later. So
Continentalness.
and everywhere in the world has a value for continentalness. So as I'm running around, I can see that value change, right, in this flat world. And now to this, shaping really means creating an indirect connection between continentalness and terrain height by putting dots on the graph. So in this case, I'll start very simple and say that, let's say that continentalness -1 maps to terrain height of 100. And then I add a second dot over here saying that continentalness of 1 also maps to a terrain height of 100. Right? The Perlin
So he just did a really quick change to the continentalness here, where there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 spline points. Okay. So let's have a conversation with Gemini about this. Do I have Gemini loaded? Where are you at? Or actually, I think the new one I wanted to use was Claude or whatever. Claude. Let's see how Claude works. Okay. Wait, what's his name? Kniberg. Sorry, I already know. A-N-I-B. Okay, let's just give it this. Oh, and I don't know where I'm going. All right, I don't know anything about its token limit, all this other blah, blah, blah. Let's see what it does. Supposed to be really good with, here's how to add continentalness using a spline-based approach like Henrik Kniberg demonstrates. Okay. Evaluate spline input const vector points. Points should be sorted by x value. Each point is input value, output. Find the 2 points where between, return. Before you loop, define continentalness spline points. Input. Oh, wait, here. Continentalness spline. What? Oh, cool. Then modify your terrain generation. That's cool. Hold on, bro. Const entity vector. Wait, how can I? Oh, I hate the scrolls at the bottom here. Okay, so can I copy from the top here? Copy. You know, it just amazes me working with really advanced AI, but we can't see what it's doing. Anyways, reminds me of starting back in the modem days all over again. Okay, so where are we at? So there's the function, evaluates. Okay, continental noise. So it's the continental spline. Continentalness. Calculate detail noise, your existing octaves. So you just calculate and add it in, that's it. Well, that's okay. So we evaluate spline. So it uses this here. It's a vector of what? ELM vec2s. So if input is less than equal to points front, what is front? Okay, hold on. What's points front and back? What are the front and back functions? It's got to stretch a little bit. Front and back are standard C++ vector member functions. Front returns a reference to the first element in the vector, equivalent to array index 0. Oh, back returns a reference to the last element in the vector, equivalent to size -1. So the spline function input front returns points front. Points front dot x returns points front dot y is equivalent to if input is less than or equal to 0.0x, return y. Oh, just checking for if it's outside of the, oh, I gotcha. So if it's less than the first one and greater than the last one or whatever. There's just convenience functions make the code more readable. They're part of the vector header. Convenience functions, whatever, make it more readable. Okay, that's cool. I like that. So the input is from the Perlin function. Okay. Add this helper function before your terrain generation loop. So let's put the helper function. We're going to put it inside the Voxel class here. there. And we need it to be block 1, colon, colon. And we're going to change it to be a GL float. This to be float. Turn. I think I did it there. All right, otherwise. Now we're going to go GL float. Evaluate block. GL float. But oh, it's a vector. Hold on. Address. Is that better? So I have to use the word const. Computer. Hello, computer. Yeah. I'm not sure why the, okay. Oh, the squiggly finally went away. Okay, good. All right, so I think that's going to be good. Where were we at now? Okay. Then we need, before our loop, define continentalness spline points. So we don't actually need this to be inside the class. We can just make it local to the function because we're just going to send it to this evaluate spline. So let's just go here and just go bloop. That's my sound effect for copy. Okay, so you know. Let's put it right here. All this stuff. Okay, before your loop. Fine. Continentalness line points. Okay, and this is really cool. This is, yeah. I mean, when he does continentalness, it goes up, and then I guess it does, yeah. The other continentalness. Well, we'll see later in the video, but anyways, so then we have that, and then we're going to actually just so when we do this, hold on.
Bump in terrain height, and after that, it's going to flatten out. So we're making it like not symmetrical. Now it's interesting, right? The Perlin noise varies quite smoothly.
So he already added it in, and I didn't see the code. I mean, I did, but
It means higher terrain elevation.
Because he added it way back here when he was.
So as I'm running around, I can see that value change, right, in this flat world. And now to shaping really means creating an indirect connection between continentalness and terrain height by putting dots on the graph. So in this case, I'll start very simple and say that, let's say
Did he already put the code in there? Did we already see the code?
Gives us in this case some kind of terrain. So let's do more deliberate noise transformation. We're going to take our noise, our Perlin noise, and I'm going to call it something. I'm going to call it continentalness. I could call it, Uncle Bob. It doesn't matter. But we use that as a mental metaphor for what it's supposed to mean, right? And we'll get more to that later. So we give the noise a name, and everywhere in the world has a value for continentalness. So as I'm running around, I can see that value change, right, in this flat world. And now to shaping really means creating an indirect connection between continentalness.
Maybe he doesn't actually show the code that he puts in there for it.
On the graph. So in this case, I'll start very simple and say that, let's say that continentalness -1. Oops.
Yeah, he doesn't actually show the code. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So this implementation, yeah. Cool. So this, and then, so basically what the AI is saying here is modify your terrain generation. So continentalness frequency, continentalness noise, and then continentalness. Down here, we just add continentalness to it. So don't we need an amplitude for continentalness or no? No, because it's just an outright definition. It's just a offset. Okay. That's me talking about. So these variables are good. Continentalness frequency, noise equals, and then continentalness equals that, and at the end we add it to temp y. Okay. I like that. That's good. Let's go ahead and add that in. Add that in. Right here. Just put it first. And temp y goes through all this, and then right down here we go temp y plus equals continentalness. Okay, is that all we need? Let's see what that does. Any errors? I'm not. Oh, it
Twitch
actually worked.
programmer Jeff, the game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
I can't really tell. Can you? Getting continentalness? I don't really know. It kind of looks the same. It's just that it's a lot more varied. It looks a lot more interesting, I guess. I suppose. Okay. I think what it's doing is creating these open fields and such, and it would be a little bit better if we tweak it just a little bit, the frequency here. Maybe we could lower the frequency just a little bit. And then increase the amplitude here. And then as far as the continentalness, let's also add an additional 1.25. Scale the continentalness. We're going to decrease the frequency, increase the amplitude, and increase the continental.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
All right, I think that's cool. Yeah, I get the sense of it, that it's really given me a nice little variety to the terrain, which is really kind of cool. It's a lot more interesting. And we haven't even done the other ones that he's got. He's got erosion and what's the other one?
So now you get these really cool things like these plateaus, and when you add a bit of surface decoration, yeah, you start getting a lot more interesting terrain, right? A lot more variation.
Yeah.
Just by moving the dots around.
So we didn't actually, and so what we can do is we can play around with this. And that would be interesting to do. Much lower frequency. Oh, I see. Let's increase the frequency of the continentalist.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
Okay, so this is a lot better mountains and hills and stuff than what I was getting. Cool. Okay, this motivates me to keep the voxel stuff in the game. This motivates me to once again fill in the blocks and stuff. Okay, cool. Totally. Okay, that's cool. So then what we can do is we can just procedurally generate different, all these things can be procedurally generated different for each planet that we land on. And we can tinker around with the values and the ranges and really get some awesome things going on here.
So we decided to do this on steroids. We add 3 noises here. So continentalist, erosion, and something we call peaks and valleys. And we configure them differently. So as you see, erosion changes quite slowly. This one tends to generate ridges. We just configured it in that way. And this one tends to generate, they're just a little different. And they represent different things in the world. So as I run around,
Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to stretch. Probably, I don't know what else I'm going to do. I got to stretch. Oh, move around. Okay, we're back. And my music's not even going here. What do we got?
Twitch programmer Jeff. The game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
Flying through the stars in my pixel ship. Traitor by heart with a daring grip. Soft like glow on the cosmic strip.
Oh, are we
This
flooring?
journey is a mind-bending trip. Etches of space feels
Oops,
so
I forgot when I...
surreal. Planet to planet for the best space deal. Asteroids float as
Forgot when I
my
multiplied by the
engines
continentalness. I need to floor that as well.
story I conceal.
Voxel numbered in the dark.
Twitch programmer
Wait, I don't... You know what?
has started.
Because we're going to add continentalness,
Show the list of
we don't need to floor here.
Dreams mapped out like a chart. Spinning round in a
Twitch programmer
spacecraft
Jeff.
dance.
The game has started.
Every leap a
Type commands to show the list of commands.
nebulous glow in a spectral trance. Space has got me in a timeless glance. Physics twisted in an endless void. Soft
Wait,
bodies
what?
making worlds deploy. Waves of sound as stars
Oh, because we're only...
feel the pulse of a
Nothing I'm
moment
in
and Voxel nomad in the dark.
Well, why don't we not look here?
Goods and leaving marks. Galaxies all make their spark. Dreams mapped out
Like a charm. Or actually, let's just go here. Alright, we'll get it. We'll get it. There we go.
Twitch programmer Jeff. The game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
Alright. Cool. Okay, much smoother. Much better. Optimized. Very nice. Okay. Ba-bum, ba-bum.
A galaxy trapped inside my mind. Numbers collide like stars in time. Pixels whisper secrets I can't find. A spark in the void, a truth undefined. I dream of ships that sail through light. Fragments of worlds that glow in the night. Starry code, it's calling me.
Okay, I'm okay with just adding the continentalness. And I know there's more to the video. We might do more later. But for now, I'm really a lot more satisfied with Terrain Generation. More satisfied than I've been in a long time. So this continentalness, erosion, and peaks and valleys, that's just another, more layers of the continentalness, which is really cool. So. But I'm not going to go on and do the 3D voxel, 3D Perla noise density that he does at the end, which is really where the cool stuff comes in. Because I don't actually render my terrain the same way that Minecraft does. I only render the surface, and we're not really doing anything underneath the surface per se, or just yet. So the one thing I want to do with the frequency of these is, so let's go 3, 5, and then down here let's go 3.
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
Yeah, I'm crazy about this terrain. And you know what we can do? Because
Twitch programmer Jeff, the game has started. Type commands to show the list of commands.
bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum
Lights are cold,
the party starts.
tap the keys and
The late night bars.